Hi everybody, in this video we are going to do sitting shoulder shrugs. For sitting shoulder shrugs, we are going to do our sitting in extension position, so our nicely aligned, active sitting position. If you don't know what sitting in extension means, please do watch my video on sitting in extension before you do this exercise. You need to understand the nitty gritty of that first, and we're going to be layering a shoulder exercise on top. So toes, ankles, knees and hips in alignment, watching that our knees don't fall in, knees don't fall out. We're rolling our pelvis forwards to close up the front of our hips. And for this exercise, what we're going to do is roll our shoulders behind us and try and pull them down away from our ears. My palms are facing forwards and my fingers are spread nice and wide. So I'm really like active and firm and rigid through my hands. I don't want the fingers bent, don't want claws, I don't want kind of weakness there. I want power at the hands. It's really going to help you get this exercise working a little bit better. And what we're going to be doing is lifting our shoulders up to our ears. Most people are going to be quite good at this because most people's shoulders live up by their ears anyway. But what you're going to have to be careful of is if you are somebody who has neck or upper back tension, one of the reasons that you might have neck or upper back tension is because your shoulders are already stuck like this. So it could well be that asking your body to do this is exacerbating a posture that you're already stuck in, and your neck tension might get worse. So if that's the case, it doesn't mean don't do this exercise, but you might just not want to lift your shoulders up too high. And you'll focus on the other range of movement that we're going to do, which is going to be harder. So we're going to lift up towards our shoulders as far as we can, not up towards our shoulders, up towards our ears, as far as we can comfortably. My palms are still facing forwards. My hands are spreading really, really wide to get a stretch through the palms. And I'm keeping my arms really close to the side. So I don't want your arms out to the side like this. They're staying quite close to your body. That pinching inwards of your elbows is going to mean that you'll feel your kind of mid-back muscles engaging a little bit as well. As the shoulders lift up, they are driving from the shoulders. So it's you moving the shoulders upwards. And what I mean by that is you're not moving your head forwards. So for some of you, if you struggle with that range of movement, or if you're already stuck quite high and there's not much space, you're going to push your neck forwards and the neck might hurt. Keep the back of your neck long. You're almost giving yourself a bit of a double chin. And also just be cautious that you're not lifting your rib cage up and down here. So the pelvis rolls forwards, the rib cage stays still, your neck and your head stay still. The only thing that we're going to be moving is your shoulders up and down, and the hands and the arms are going to follow. So we move up, and then the opposite movement of this is shoulder elevation. The opposite movement of this is shoulder depression as we pull it down. But what I want you to be cautious of is not just dropping your shoulders. So people here seem to find it quite easy to take the shoulders up to the ears, but then they kind of like flop and just bounce and drop. We don't want that. We want your movement downwards to be very measured and controlled and active. So what I like saying to people is when you're doing the depression movement, imagine that you've got someone that's like sat on your shoulders and the weight of them is slowly dragging your shoulders away from your ears. Because what we are looking for is that active depression of our shoulders. It's going to lengthen the sides of our neck, provided that we're not poking our head forwards. And it's going to engage our kind of side body muscles here, but also the mid-back and lower shoulder muscles as well. So the hands stay facing forwards throughout. Keep those arms close to your side, active sitting position, lifting the shoulders up around your ears as far as you can go without causing pain or sticking your head forwards or lifting your neck upwards. Sorry, your head upwards. And then the other way, slowly, slowly, slowly. Imagine someone's pushing your shoulder blades as down as far as they can possibly go, and use your hands to drag downwards, and you'll feel how you can maybe get a bit of a stretch through the front of the collarbone, the front of the chest, and down into the elbows even. So we're just moving through this breath, trying to keep the shoulder blades behind us. The rib cage is not lifting up and down. The neck is not moving. The pelvis stays active. The knees are not falling in or falling out. And absolutely crucially, as ever, you're not holding your breath. So we're breathing into our nose, expanding the lower ribs, the diaphragm with the breath, contracting the lower diaphragm with the breath, the lower rib cage with the breath, and breathing out back through the nose. And you're just really trying to keep those shoulders as far back behind you as you can, but without lifting the rib cage. So if by pulling your shoulders back, you lift your rib cage, I'd rather you have your shoulders slightly slumped in front of your body and just imagine that you're kind of stuck between two panes of glass, and the only thing that you can do is move your shoulders up and down. You're not moving that spine or moving your neck. So I'll do maybe like 10 more here. I'm really trying to roll my upper arm so that it faces forwards, because that's going to help open up the front of my chest. It's the shoulder blades that move up, the shoulder blades that actively push down. I'm really making sure on that pushing down movement that I'm not neglecting the end range of the movement. So I want you to feel stuff around that mid-back, mid-torso area. And that's going to help keep your shoulders more permanently down away from your ears. So that was sitting shoulder shrugs. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.